I just press go live. Let me check the YouTube. Okay, I think I will have to probably mute the YouTube once we are live. All right. Yeah, so I guess we are live. Let me just do a quick intro. I think we have four in the chat or four watching this. I don't know who are the four. Maybe three of the four are us. Anyway, if
I,
you are watching this, welcome. I have with me.
I might be working with
Oh
on the
no, I think I
werewolf thing.
probably have
Okay.
to
But
mute
anyway, so I
Narwhal
have
first.
connections here and there with them.
Okay, there you go.
There
I
you go.
mute. I muted one of my friends. Basically, if you're watching this, oh wow, drop to two watching. Okay. Okay. Tungsten here. So basically, normally we do this live stream to talk about the comic book project that I'm working on with my friends. So yeah, so it's basically just a very simple chill stream. We'll just brainstorm some ideas and whatnot. So I have with me the writer Nate over here. Nate, you want to do a quick intro of yourself?
Hey, I'm Nate, and I'm on the YouTubes at Back to the Drawing Board. I did about half the writing for this project, and I am also working on my own project by the name of Hexwood, and I talk a little bit about that on my channel. So if you're interested, you can sub at Back to the Drawing Board when we're done here.
Yeah. So the other guy at the bottom of the screen, you can see a messy pile of books and whatnot. If you think that's messy, wait till you see his hair. So he'll come back. So Noel is a fantastic artist as well as a writer. So he also I mean with him, Nate and the writers room whereby he runs, we came out with the script during the live stream. In fact, where we did a whole lot of live stream, so you can check it out later. Yeah. So he will be coloring the book as well. uh, and before I even started this project, actually I didn't know that to create a comic you have like a penciler, inker, colorist, writer, and then there's a letterer. Oh my god, I didn't know there's so many people. Well, yeah, here. Oh, where's he? Okay, there goes Nawa again. The
It was a fake out. It was a fake
yeah, yeah, it's a mystical creature, uh, unicorn of the sea. Uh,
out.
okay, so it comes in, come in and out. Okay, anyway, yeah. So I didn't know creating comics will involve so many sort of uh areas, but it's a very good experience. So what are we gonna do today? Basically, we're just going to I'm just gonna chill and do some of my modding stuff as usual, and then we have completed the script, and the artist Matt Carson has already started working on the so-called translating the script into layouts and then into the ink page itself. So we are just going to come here and basically discuss a little bit on what's the future, because the first book, there is a distinct opening and end, of course, but we're thinking of what's next, because I think it'll be wonderful to so-called be able to continue. By the way, we are hoping to so-called do some crowdfunding maybe next year April time. I think it's a good time, or should be a good timeline whereby we should be able to complete the more or less the entire book. I'll say, yeah. So I think by then hopefully I'll get your support, and yeah, then we can do another one. And then of course, earn some money, and then we can do another one, and get the band together. Yeah, in fact, I hope to do four for this series. Yeah, if it's possible. Yeah. Anything to add?
No,
Are you
actually,
here?
though, I was,
Hmm.
excuse me, I was
Yes.
thinking of, I had a conversation with another writer I know,
Mm,
Doc S on Twitter, and he was joking about how he had the third book of his series worked out for the
mm-hmm,
second one,
mm-hmm.
and I feel kind of like we're kind of looking at um, our sequels for this in much the same way. We're like, oh, we know we want to do this and we want to do that, but we don't know how we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we have
I was
dreams. We have dreams.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, Yeah,
I was joking
yeah.
with him that I had the names for every book in several series, but I had no idea what they were actually about. You know.
Actually, yeah, I think it's like starting with the name is a sort of a good sort of to spawn off to get ideas and yeah to come in. So I thought having the name is really nice. Yeah. So okay. So when I think about it about the second book and whatnot, especially the second. I think today we can more or less discuss about the second book. I'll say, yeah. So when I think about it, it's like it's almost like when Lord of the Rings, when they go to the second phase, is the two towers. Okay, in a way, our situation is probably more or less similar because we do have to address like two a location. We can't just leave the people on Earth not knowing what they'll be up to. That probably maybe one thing that we need to address. Then of course the other path is those that is with the champion right now. Yeah. So we might have to go like almost like the two towers. They have like three addressing three parties what they has been up to, and then towards the end is almost like they will merge back their path kind of thing. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I know I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about that, but it sort of crossed my mind yesterday. And of course
Yeah.
the other. Mm.
I was just gonna say I could see
Okay,
like
now Narwhal is back. The
Hello.
mystical creature.
there he is.
You guys talking about the potential sequel?
No, we are
Yeah.
just talking about your mystical creature that disappear like a narwhal,
I
and how messy your hair is, and
know.
no, we're kidding. Yeah, we are talking about no, now we have our first sort of installment kind of story created. I'm more thinking about what's next because I think in a way thinking about what's next will sort of get us a good idea or even Matt Cousin when he draw the book he also can have picture the future in a way in his head and yeah it will be a good exercise a kind of thing for everyone to think more about the character. So I'm thinking like the second installment is like Lord of the Rings when they go to the second installment is like the two towers. They do have to address different paths for different parties involved. So in a way our story will have two kind of parties involved as well. Those on Earth, what are they up to? And then of course those with the champion right now. So like I mentioned, if this is a 4-part series, the second part is like the champion, of course. Uh almost more concentrated on what is going on with the champion and whatnot. And then the third one could be like I say, Rise of the Fallen, but I can't use that name because I think that's a name of a game. And then the third one could be lightning struck twice or something like that, which get everybody together in some form. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So that's
I like lightning strike twice. That sounds cool.
yeah, and in a way that I think the last book should be those from Earth and whoever went away it will be back or something like that. We can't just leave them such nice characters and then in just one installment there'll be a too much of a waste and there's like no continuity. Yeah. So but for the second book, like I say, I do have some maybe possible kind of situation. Of course, we have the champion, right? And then we have Henry, and then we have Bruce at one side, and then we have the Herod, um, Lam, and at the other sort of side. So I'm thinking, first one is of course Herod. What is her so-called position? Is she sort of being converted willingly, serving the champion in a way, or at the so-called at his side, knowing what we do not know? That could be one,
Oh, I
right?
like that.
Yeah. So, and then of course the rest, Henry, Bruce, and Lam. Now, of course, they are not. I mean, the two party they are not under the spell. Of course, they will sort of be band together as a group, right? Henry, Lam, and Bruce. All right. So they probably won't want to stay quietly. They're probably trying to escape or something like that. So that could be their motivation or their mission on board. And then Herod is like a question mark. It's like, are you with us or not with us? And then of course, if she's not with them in a way, is she trying to convert them or I don't know. So she should be sort of band together with the champion and the so-called the ambassador, right? In a way. So next, probably the second book, I would say the focus should be addressing on the get to know more about the champion and who is he, what is his mission, why does he go around doing this so-called collecting of champions in a way, because he's definitely not conquering the planet. All he's interested in is to capture people and on board with him for some reason that we do not know. Yeah, so that could be one. We need to find out about the champion and what is his deal. And then I also want to find out the story about Henry. Why is he taken? Now we did not really know why he was taken. All we thought of him is he's a kid, right? In the toy store that was taken by the champion, but we did not really address. He could be someone that is in fact of a very high caliber. I'll say he could be, his background could be someone with an extreme good high IQ and a sharpshooter that we did not know in a way. Yeah, he could be. Because in the story itself, he was the first to hit the champion. Although it's blindsided, but still, he was able to do that, and he was able to take out people in the fight as well. So there should be something that something special about him, or why he was sort of chosen. We did not know who is he. We only thought he's ordinary, but maybe he's
it's like,
extraordinary. Yeah,
it's like something the champion sees in him, I guess.
precisely.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what that is.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the second book will explore Henry to give more spotlight on him. I mean, these few people, and then of course Bruce. What is his sort of story as well? Okay, why was he chosen as well? Of course, one of it is he got extreme high endurance. That could be one of it. Yeah. So there could be like quite. I don't know how it's going to work. Basically, it's your right problems for the writer, so not me. I'll just throw my idea. So there could be two projectile, right? Like I say, we have to one way sort of the story move with the party of those people that left Earth, the other party that was left on Earth. Those party that's left on Earth, what are they going to do? Are they going to go quiet or whatever? Now we can then explore this party. Of course, they'll find out, okay, what can they do? Then maybe they found out Japan, where Herod was taken. What are the Japan people are trying to do? Maybe they, or even across the world, they actually, during the duration of the match, actually they are not that quiet. They are actually, there's a resistance that actually sort of constantly giving trouble to the invaders, and they obtain certain things that we did not know of before, and they can use those things to maybe travel and meet those guys. That could be a link back to the champion itself. Yeah, that could be one way whereby we can link in a way to be able to get the people together. Yeah, that could be one. And then, of course, by the end of the second book, I don't know, one possibility is there could be someone that came to Earth again. That's why the third book is sort of like Rise of the Fallen, whereby the Fallen is here on Earth and sort of bring them all to the third book and do some confrontation or something like that. And hence, the champion might fall on the third and then strike on the fourth.
Structure-wise, I think if there's 4 books, it's like the end of the third book would probably be our low point, I think.
Yeah.
That would be like tragic or sad ending, and we have to bounce back from that in the fourth book.
Yeah, the third book could be, like I say, fall of the champion, but when after he fall, then we realize we made a mistake or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, like
You caused the fall, but you caused a mistake. Yeah. Then you have to. He has to strike back twice now. So lightning struck twice. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you guys think? Any idea?
Yeah, Nate, what about you?
Yeah.
Because you had your own ideas too. You
Yeah.
wanted to tell us everything you were thinking.
Yeah, the other time you talk about, you have some idea for Herod. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking that it would be interesting if we played around a little bit, specifically with the aliens, because you said you wanted to dig into the champion some more. And I was thinking, why do they go out and they play all these games? And what I was kind of thinking, what if we just did what is it, like Death Ball? What if the aliens are like they compete by, or they make war by playing games, like that's the only way they know how to do it, or that's just the way they've decided how to do it, something like that.
Yeah. Precisely.
And-
I was thinking like, why did they are definitely superior in terms of so-called war or whatever. Hence, they are more sort of evolved. Hence, that's why they sort of think that to settle things without destroying what you are trying to conquer, of course, playing games
Right.
and winning it will be the best. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I was thinking like maybe we can reveal at the end of the second book, or at the beginning of the second book, that like the champion is and the aliens are getting ready to essentially go to war with another group of aliens, and like they're playing for the whole galaxy, and like the rules are the aliens have to go through the galaxy and pick how they want to compete with each other. So the champion has picked Nerf because he actually got beaten at Nerf, and he's never been beaten at anything before.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, Kara.
yeah, and so that's like that's why he was on Earth along with the ambassador, because he needed to find a new form of competition that he could play against, whatever aliens they're going to be fighting in the later parts of the story. And then we could have those other aliens be the setup for things like, part 4. We could even have like, maybe the ambassador and the champion had some of their agents take Harriet off the planet because she was being chased by the other group of aliens, and they were in Japan working there with the Japanese to try and come up with something, and to throw the champion and his people off of Earth.
Okay. So
we could do like there's a lot of cool space opera kind of stuff you could do with that to build conflict and tension.
Yeah. Okay.
A rival force. It could even be a rival champion, somewhere out there that they're gonna have to fight.
Yeah, I just thought of a way to sort of, I would say soft, but possible reason for the Herod capture. Remember the part whereby when she was sort of, we thought she was captured, and then we saw the tentacles that appear in the final battle for the rest of the guy as well. We thought that the tentacles are there to so-called capture her. How about it turns out that it was there to save her? They were attacked by the so-called the other forces. She was attacked by the other forces, right? And in fact, the champion and the rest came for her rescue, and then fight off the opposition, right? So in fact, the last word was to the victor goes the spoil, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then that's why she follow willingly to the so-called export, and she could be injured really badly, and then basically the champion just sort of took her in and sort of cure her in a way, and then tentacles were there to sort of save her, and the champion was there to save her, to fight away the forces. And those forces are the one that came back at the end of book 2 to portray as sort of to get the rest of the guy to face off with the champion again, portraying that they are the sort of the good guys or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the idea that she kind of like likes and helps the champion. So she's kind of a femme fatale because they're not on that level. They hate the champion. So they're like confused, and she's kind of not on their side until they kind of get on the same page, at some point they will, but not for most of book 2, probably. She might still be kind of a bad guy. And then the last thing we haven't mentioned yet, but one of the ideas I really like could be a big focus of either book 2 or 3 is that when challengers get electrocuted with a big lightning strike, they disappear. They don't actually die. They go to some it's either like a prison planet, somewhere. So you actually can kind of go to the land of the dead or whatever and try and rescue them or bring them back. So they'll try and do that to some people that they have loved and lost or whatever. And
or I know. Have you watched a lot of Star Trek? I think you mentioned you hadn't.
I have.
Matt Carson have.
Matt Carson has. Okay.
I have zero knowledge on Star Trek. Oh no.
So I respect it.
in Star Trek, they have transporters. They turn a person into a beam of energy, and then they move them a place and they reassemble it.
Yes.
There was actually an episode that had a really fun idea, where they took a character from the original series, and they brought him a century forward in time to meet characters from the second series. And in order to explain it, they just said, well, they used a transporter, and he turned himself into a beam of energy, and he just bottled it and stored it, and it just sat there for 100 years until someone came along and took it back out. And we could just say, that's what the champion does with the people who fight him. He gets to keep them because he won, so he just bottles them as energy, and that's what the lightning strike is.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So that could be even if it's when you find out where is this land of the dead or where they go or whatever, it's almost like a genie's lamp. It's like some device, he just holds it, but within it, it's almost could be like a matrix or whatever where they're like ghosts living in this matrix, and you can pull them out into the real world. You can go in there or whatever to try and get them out. Maybe it's dangerous or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah. And we definitely can bring back some of the characters, the more characters that we actually talk about, like for example the Sudoku lady.
Yeah.
We should bring her back in some form.
Yeah. So that would be hilarious. That'd be good to bring them and have them be like the skateboarder, have him all of a sudden be a big
Yes, because for example the Sudoku lady, she could be a very good strategist. Yeah, and you could have a sort of a problem whereby it's a maze or something like that they need to solve, and then of course, and it could be a time whereby the champion is simply not around. But this could be the future book, like 3 or 4, or the final one, Lightning Struck Twice, whereby the Sudoku lady come back for the strategy to solve certain area, and then Dimitri, right, is the sailor guy. The boxer and whatnot. Yeah, they can all come back. Yeah,
we need one of the main characters that we really care about probably has to die and get captured at some point. Maybe if that's at the end of book 3, I don't know, but maybe Lamb and his dad get reunited, and then one of them gets zapped, or whatever. So then that the final goal is to get his dad or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or
could even do that pretend betrayal thing where the champions all okay, we'll go get Elias from Earth, and then they go and you just see him electrocute Elias, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because he hasn't told anyone that's what happens to people.
Yeah. Or yeah. That's
it'd be good to not reveal that information too soon. So you'd want people to be worried that Elias is dead or whatever. And then you kind of get the resurrection doesn't feel too hokey. Like sometimes the like Marvel or whatever, like the death of Superman, that they just bring him back, and it's like, what? You just like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. But I'm glad we're like pre-thinking of it or whatever. So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's not like they can bring you back from anything. Just like it's a one-to-one process. They zap you away, they zap you back.
yeah.
Yeah. That could be interesting. That could be the third book to bring people back. Could be the third book because, yeah. Definitely, we can explore that.
So what? Because one of the things that I'm noticing too is like we got some of these good ideas, and then like they're spaced out over the 4 books. Like we could combine all these good ideas just into issue 2, make sure issue 2 is really solid, and then worry about issue 3 from that point. But if we don't do that, then like what happens in issue 2? Like the best stuff is lots of intrigue with Harriet, and intrigue with the champion. But as far as where it goes, maybe like answering some questions of what the champion's up to. He's working on like challenging this other champion kind of thing, something like that. I had one little idea too, is like it'd be kind of funny if they're playing so many games to pursue like the universe's most perfect game, and then the conclusion of what is the most perfect game could be a joke. But I don't know if that's like what if it is ping pong or something. Or what if it's or it could just be Nerf, I don't know.
It's golf.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be funny. So one of the funny things they could do is, if we want to put our characters in a tight spot, is to have them have to compete at something they're not actually good at. So somehow they get mixed up, like it's supposed to be Bruce is going to play ping pong and Elias is going to play golf or something, but then the infrastructure of the aliens, it messes it up, and it sends the one who sucks at ping pong has to play ping pong, and the one who sucks at golf has to play golf. And then they have to survive at that point or something,
Tiger Woods trying to play ping pong. That would be funny.
Yeah. They win by like cheating, maybe. I don't know. What I forget. Do we do anything with that? So in the story in part 1, they sort of cheat, or they get accused of cheating, and that kind of pisses the champion off, and that makes him like triple cheat to squash them. So there's kind of this culture of cheating that we could play with too, where you can cheat, but if you get caught cheating, then they're gonna triple cheat on the enemy. Gonna triple cheat, so we'll kind of escalate like that.
Yeah, and you could have fun too by like showing who's okay with cheating and who isn't.
Yeah. Because it would be funny if like it. So this is like getting specific. I don't know if this could be like a scene or a set piece, or bigger or smaller. But if you picture, it's like how horror films are structured, where you have like 10 characters, and by the end of the movie, only like one of them's left, or whatever, 2 of them are left. Or I think even like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory structured like that. Like the kids slowly get picked off, as they go through the tour. So yeah, it could be like nine alien golf holes, and the first guy tries to cheat, and he gets zapped, because they catch him or whatever. And then the next guy loses fair and square, and he gets zapped, and so on and so forth, something like that.
I just think it would be really funny if like Sonny wanted to cheat, and like he not only has to not get caught by the other aliens, but he can't get caught by the champion, because he'll piss the champion off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Like his own teammates, he has to stop. Or because maybe they're on the same side of the champion that time, and they might still hate him, but by the end of the game they realize that the people that he killed aren't dead. We pretty much have to reveal that for people to like the champion again. So if we do that in issue 2 or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the somewhere near the end of issue 2 is probably where you want to reveal that.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that, and that'd be good. So that means like bigger picture. At that point, it would be 100 pages of dense-ish comic story, it'd be like approaching the structure of like a full graphic novel or a movie. Probably by issues, by 3 or 4 double issues, then it's like could be a full graphic novel / movie kind of structure,
Yeah. In fact, the second book, I'll guess, if we made it for the first campaign, I think we can go, even a higher page count to get a fuller kind of story. Yeah, that's definitely something that I hope to be able to achieve. Yeah.
So one thing I was thinking is there's certain elements that the way we're writing, where between books 1 and 2, we're improving off the first book. A lot of this we didn't necessarily plan, but we're playing with what's there, and I actually like that. I enjoy that. And some of the ways that comes up too is like it can feel random-ish, but I still like it. Like for as far as for the kid, like why the champion took the kid, and he sees something in the kid, like maybe the kid reminds him of someone, but maybe like the champion used to have a kid who died or something like that. I don't know. And but yeah, and as far as so maybe something like that. And then as far as like if we do something like they're trying to find the perfect game and they end up finding it on Earth and you're not sure what it is and they reveal that it's golf, that's kind of good for a laugh, but we didn't really set that up at all. There's like no real setup for that, but it's still kind of funny. So I don't know.
Yeah, like that. What's the meaning of life? 42.
Yeah.
Right.
It's 42.
Yeah. Like Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah. And the kid part possible is like maybe like the story of the Achilles, whereby is it his cousin or something wore his armor for the battle and lost his life, and then Achilles was devastated and went for Troy. Yeah. Could be something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's like remind him of something. Yeah. And that could be something fun.
Yeah, that adds a little bit of like structure wise. I like it because you could do like a little flashback, but I like that little like psychological. There's actually like a little bit of backstory to add some emotion or whatever for the champion.
Oh, by the way, for people who are watching this, they probably have no head and no tail of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll try to put a link in the description later on for a whole playlist of stream that we sort of did for the first book. When it's basically a whole bunch of playlists that you can go through, and one of them actually we talk about the script for the first book as well. In fact, it's a whole read through, but after which we actually modify a fair bit of stuff. Yeah, so later on, if you want to check those out, you can go ahead and check those out to increase our view. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Noel, your book is still available, right? Earthbound. In fact, I put the link to my friend's current book, Earthbound, in the description as well. Do check it out when you're free. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, talking about the I think the story part more or less probably will go sort of that kind of direction. Yeah, you're right. I think I agree with Nawel. If the book 2 is just about the champion and the few explanation, I think it's a bit too thin in the storyline. I think we can do more. Yeah.
And I was gonna say something. There's possibility for so some of the logic too. So like the way you kind of might have if we have to retcon stuff, if we want to make a joke out of it or not. But like, so if it's golf, whatever the perfect game is, then the question is like, well, why didn't they recruit a golf player? They didn't. They took a ping pong player and a kid, and then some Nerf kids, and then so maybe they actually. Like, the ambassador would have to explain it. And he's like, well, the champion appreciates the sport of golf itself. He loathes those who play it.
What?
I don't know.
We will never understand the logic of the aliens.
Yeah, yeah, like we don't have to. Yeah, the logic doesn't have to be explained.
Yeah,
Or
it's like-
it could be like maybe they do have to go back into that magic bottle that holds the energy and pull out a golf player.
you know, it will be really funny that throughout the entire series, if we are able to manage to not let the champion speak a single so-called human phrase, or somehow we manage
But
to
still
keep
develop
that.
him pretty well. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. And then when the ambassadors say that, and the rest is like, what? Then the champion will just give them a very snarky look and say, "You guys won't understand." Final human speech. You guys won't understand.
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh,
It's
you
like,
know what?
You can speak.
Yeah, like that could be a good scene if you don't get to hear him speak English for a long time, then somehow you finally do. Like at the end, if there's like a translation, even if it's just like a bug they put in the ear, or they both meet in the genie bottle land of the dead thing, and then there you can understand them or something. But then you see his personality, and it's like James Bond or something, and you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
I can picture the champion making himself a drink, like pouring whiskey,
Yeah.
like
The
wearing
gentleman.
wearing a robe and stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely not a barbarian or something. I don't think so. He's definitely he should be classy and when he's alone. I don't know.
That's funny. I do like we have it in the first book, but I like the idea of like either the aliens culture or it's the champion, whatever. They are into kind of like some of the like the formal dress for what's a word, like the symbolic kind of stuff, the procedure, the pomp and circumstance or whatever. They're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Have you guys read the story of what's that? The 5-star story. The 5-star story. Sort of like a very old manga kind of thing.
I haven't.
Okay.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Maybe I show you guys some artwork. It's quite interesting. Hey, hold on. I just deviate a bit. You go ahead. I need to go and get something.
Interesting. Boy, it's very noisy.
Yeah, I'm typing too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing a quick Google on.
Yeah, let me just show you. See whether I can show. Can you see this?
Yeah.
It's 5-star story.
Adler 2988.
Yeah. So you see the art is actually quite nice. The mechs are very nice. It's it's sort of like those space kingdom kind of things as well.
Oh, cool. And you said that has mechs in it?
Yeah. Their mechs are really, really nice. Let me see whether I can. Their styles are really nice also. Very stylish. And yeah, look at it.
Are you reading that now? Or you just...
No. This was my very sort of old comic book. And in fact, the characters, the alien sort of characters, I'll say it's very stylish in a way.
There's a lot of panels on each page there too. I kind of like that. Yeah.
So the character, it's a very old kind of story. I think it's the story whereby whereby the pilot and I think the ladies are all robots or android or something like that. When they pilot the mech, this guy is like the R2D2 kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are they? Is that from like the 80s or something?
Yeah. Probably in the 80s.
It looks very 80s.
Yeah. Even the style you can see is the eyes and all. No, it's the 80s styles. So anyway, if you type 5-star stories, the so-called the look at the Mac design, they are actually quite interesting. Yeah. Why I was talking about it? Oh, okay, yeah, because I say that the champion can be quite classy and whatnot. Yeah. So some of the characters, the way they dress is quite interesting to look at. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then it's like a story of kingdoms and whatnot. Yeah, and you know what? I bought like until the last book. Then I think I did not manage to get the very last one. Damn.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
I need to go and find it. It's like, hey, did I?
Yeah.
You know, I haven't finished reading everything. But anyway, this is how I keep my books. I will just vacuum pack them. I did that to the Comicscape books as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I should show you how I keep them.
Vacuum packing, man.
Yeah.
So brainstorming wise, we have it ends with Elias left behind on Earth, correct? The issue 1 that we have. Is that
Yeah.
Okay. So that would definitely have to be a big part of issue 2, is kind of like what he's doing. And yeah, like the connection of maybe how they reunite maybe at the end of the issue, but he'd kind of just have a subplot, I guess, that we could cut to. But maybe, yeah, like he'd have to investigate, and his investigation would lead him to Japan. And I missed maybe there was a second type of alien in Japan, or just it was another champion that was kind of just spying on our champion.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah, definitely one or the other. I think it should be one of the, that's basically your idea. It's just if it's aliens or another alien race or not. But we should definitely go with that kind of idea. And then, yeah, it's also vague. Like, it's all there, but we don't really know what it is yet. It's like, so what happened to Harriet? Elias would kind of experience that, figure that out. It has something to do with this other force, this other threat. And then at the end, yeah, it would bring him to be reunited with his son, probably. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't happen until issue 3.
Actually, that can be a real good reason why Harriet was taken, in a way, like the other threat coming in, because they realized she will be the one of the final 5 to go against the champion. And then they more or less anticipated that they will win or something like that. So they have to get one of them to throw them off. So yeah, so they went for Harriet. And
yeah, if they that could be cool if they have. I've never written a story with this kind of element before, but I kind of like it. But if these bad guys that we haven't fully defined yet, but if they have a soothsayer witch, that reads the cards or whatever, not necessarily the cards, but if they can kind of foresee, what's it called, prophesize certain elements, and then we can play with that, that there's a prophecy that these 5 people were going to challenge. So they keep trying to F with the prophecy, maybe. I don't know.
F with the prophecy. Yeah. That's why they go for her. And like I say, the champion save her lah, in a way.
Yeah, so, maybe we got to sit with that one, because I don't know if I want it to be too complicated, or even for everything to have a clever little reason. Sometimes it's nice. We have to sit with both possibilities, but sometimes it's nice if it's just kind of this is how it played out. It ended up, it's a little bit of randomness, but they had to take someone, they ended up taking her, or what her situation was. I don't know exactly, because what do we show in the comic? We show her, and is it flooding or something, or there's
she's she's already sort of laying on the ground looking towards the sky, and then we saw the tentacles around her, and she raised up her hand and say, to the victor goes the spoil. And boom.
So it's like the black tendrils, right, that hang from the sky down to the whole city. Did we say that? I don't remember. But then and then there's tentacle or black tendrils or whatever crawling towards her. She's in the stairwell stairwell or something.
So,
Yeah.
so like I say, I imagine it as the tentacle is there to bring her, sort of hold her up, rather to you know what I mean? It's a friendly force rather than the other one. When he say Victor goes to spoil because the champion has defeated the guys that came after her, and she willingly let him have her. In a way, I don't know. We can think of other things anyway.
Yeah, like, so what if
don't fixate on one idea? We can come up with more. Yeah.
Yeah, like, so what if the tendrils, like death by the tendrils, brings you to one energy like prison, and then death by lightning brings you to a different energy prison, and so each champion has their like signature energy prison that the people they defeat go to or whatever.
Oh yeah, that could be interesting.
That could be, that could be it. Because the other time I talk about the lightnings as a race, because the other title I have for the last book, actually I thought of Last of the Lightnings, but I don't think it's a very nice sounding. So lightnings is like a race. The champion is the lightnings.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that.
The other race could be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Think of another thing. Yeah. The cyclones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or you could just use it as a way to refer to people who can, turn things into energy, because like that's what they're doing, with the lightning strikes.
Yeah. So then if it's that idea where there's like the tendril force is the opposite of the lightning force, kind of, Harriet would still have to get struck by lightning. Then maybe we don't show that, but that's like the flashback is she's about to die by the tendrils, and instead she gets struck by lightning. So that's how she ends up on the ship. As for like why she gets struck, we have to think a little bit more about that. If there is like maybe she's a person of interest because of a little witch prophecy character sees her face in the stones or whatever, I don't know. See, that's where it gets like a little bit maybe like too explainy, where everything's explained.
Yeah. Don't need to be too explainy. Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe it's good that way too. But it depends a little bit on the pacing. If it's like we could definitely, if it's not condensed like too, like if it's all just packed in all exposition explaining stuff, that's not necessarily what we want. But if it's more chill, then we can definitely add these elements. We'll see. Some of this we'll see when we get there too. We start writing. A lot of it comes up as you just write or whatever. And we probably don't even need to really start actually putting pen to paper. We can still kind of just let it sit, but until like next spring or so, next early spring, we can start writing the next issue.
Yeah. It would be cool if we start all this process while we are doing the campaign. Then we don't need to, just promote and do this. So we're actually working on the second book during the first book. Yeah. I really want to like complete everything and then do the sort of campaign or something like that. It'll be sort of better, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely turn around and start shipping a lot faster that way.
Precisely. I think I would like to get everything sort of really sorted out. Oh, by the way, I sort of have I think the letterer. I find it very difficult to pronounce certain words. Letterer. We can find someone else, even not Eric. We should explore some other guy that will be interested. I'm sort of having more inclined to that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Jay Ishiro also does lettering.
We can get. We can explore and then find someone else as well. Yeah. So that I think there's room for one more, right?
Yeah.
He's like, wow. I think he's like Eric is like everything.
He does a lot of projects.
Yeah. I think he's like.
Oh yeah, he might be swamped.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll be fun to see another guy. What can the lettering be done? I don't know. Is there any interesting way of lettering? No, I have no idea. Like I say, before this starts, I didn't even know that there's like a penciler, inker, the writer, the colorist.
Right.
Right, because I think my days as a manga is I think just one person that draws, right? I don't know. To
Oh
me,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I know like manga they do it kind of differently too, and it's interesting where they will have an assistant or even two assistants, but they are just like all doing like whatever to draw this one black and white page. Like one assistant might draw backgrounds, and
Oh, yeah.
one cuts and adds the gradients. They have like pre-gradient paper, so you cut out the shape, and it's like this plastic that you lay over the art, and that'll give it these like gray gradients and. I forget the zipatone type stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
So they do
have
that.
Like,
Yeah, they get their shades that way. It's like creating a mask almost. They cut it with an X-Acto knife, So you got one guy with an X-Acto knife over in the corner, one guy drawing backgrounds, and then like the main artist is like working on pages that have previously had backgrounds drawn, and he's drawing the characters or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas in America, it's like one guy draws everything, one guy colors everything, one guy inks everything, or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. I was like the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, show you guys how I pack the books. This is how I pack the books.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like, ooh, yeah.
So
it's like,
do you get a copy to read, and do you get one to pack, or do you just read it and then pack it?
I will show you.
They keep coming.
And then this is not signature, so this is going to be the one read, and then I will have the this will be like signed, something like that. So
Okay.
yeah, so I have two. Yeah, at least some most of them I have at least two. Yeah. So now I have to cut down a bit.
Nice, that's funny.
Yeah. So but the main one that I want to keep, definitely the sign one, I will sort of vacuum pack, and this below is like those very sort of a thick wood kind of box, and then of course on the surface I put another layer of protecting sheet, so that even you scratch on it accidentally, actually you are scratching on the sheet. So there is another sheet above this book actually that was pressed down that you cannot really see.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to accidentally
Right.
Yeah. Okay, gotta keep this.
Yeah, so I'm still thinking about the issue 2, it'd be cool if issue 2 starts in Japan with Harriet. I think that'd be cool. And
that would be an interesting, we could flash back to that scene and see a little bit more of what happens. That would be more interesting.
Yeah, and then maybe flash forward to Elias in Japan investigating, and then we'd get to our characters with the champion or whatever, something like that.
Yeah,
I think we definitely want to start with an action scene. Yeah, like chasing.
Yeah, because as we have it in the issue 1, they reference like what happened in Japan. They just say something like that, like Japan in 20. I forget the timeline if they said the year, but or like day. Yeah, they say day 500 Japan. Something happened in Japan, but what happened is like Japan sort of like disappeared, or like when it became a ghost town overnight. Is kind of what happened, I think. And so then Harriet, in the middle of that chaos, she ends up surviving long enough to get electrocuted, something like that. Like maybe she keeps going and gets to the highest point of a building, so she gets electrocuted that way, and that's kind of like how she gets rescued, is just because of the propensity for electricity to strike a high spot. Like she gets on like a huge spindle, like on a building, like way up high, the very tip. And then and the tendrils are like below her, crawling towards her. There's nowhere to go. She's gonna die at that point. Everyone else has died, but then she gets struck by lightning, and that's how she ends up on the ship or something. And then, yeah, as far as like what Elias would be doing, I'm trying to wonder. So if he's walking into the town, it's kind of a ghost town. It wouldn't necessarily be an action scene, but he'd just be like exploring it. Would be kind of interesting. What
like
led him there, I'm not sure what either.
like
But
a
if-
detective.
Yeah, like a detective, and he'd be finding something. But maybe if he finds like the soothsayer-esque character, or like I can't think of like the right word, but maybe that word works. But like the oracle type-esque character, that's an okay word. Maybe he finds them, and that helps him a lot or something.
Yeah, he should be definitely with Ken.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We can keep him alive, keep him in the story.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Ken.
I like that.
Yeah, they could be like buddy cops. That would be
yes,
fun.
yes. That's how
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah, so they'd be investigating this ghost city of Japan. It's Tokyo, I guess. I forget if it's what city it is, but
should be Tokyo. Let's make
yeah.
it Tokyo.
And yeah, so they're investigating. Maybe they find the soothsayer character. Maybe they find out more of this black tendril stuff of that it's a separate alien race from. That could be like what they discover, like a dead body, and they find out it's not the same type of alien as the beaks, what they call the beaks. And they're just they take it to a science lab and they're studying it, and then it comes back to life and kills them all. No, I don't know.
End of book 2.
Yeah.
Next, then we'll do the next book. Okay, end of this whole series.
The end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shocker. Have you guys watched the Joker?
No,
I
I haven't.
haven't seen it yet. I want to, kind of, because of all the hype it's getting, all the negativity too, even. But
Okay, don't be don't amp up your expectation. Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, you've seen
yeah,
it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So try not to, because if you have too high of expectation, I don't think you will enjoy it. You know what's
Okay.
one of my problems going in. No spoilers.
Oh yeah. Don't give anything away, I
So
guess.
because at the back of my mind is always the story of Batman, how this Joker is the Joker of the Batman in a way. So you know that he's gonna go Joker in a way. So you always have this sort of like lingering thought that this is the Batman Joker. You then sort of mess with your expectation and whatnot kind of thing. Yeah. So if it's like a standalone story, I think it's okay, not too bad. A little bit of overhype, I'll say.
Oh
And
yeah.
then, so it's that kind of story that if someone want to overthink it too much, there are a lot of things that you can overthink.
Yeah.
So it's just how much you want to allow yourself to overthink. I think you don't need to overthink too many things. Just just treat it as it is. And it happens kind of thing. You don't think, did it happen? Did it not happen? Is it real? Is it not real? You would think it's real at that point of time. Just treat it as it's real at that point of time. Yeah. You don't overthink things. Yeah. If not, you'll be an endless cycle of you'll be debating like the inception of so many years. Is it real?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not important or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is the story whereby one can be overthinking after watching. Yeah.
Well, it's like Inception. It's one of those stories where you can dig through it to like really try and understand what they were thinking when they made it.
Yes.
But if beyond that, I don't really see what the point in overthinking it is.
Yeah.
But and another thing, sorry, because I watch it, so okay, no, I have no one to share but you. Oh no, is my laughter a bit creepy? Okay, anyway.
A little too hysterical there. No.
Okay. Yeah, another thing is I feel that because Walking Phoenix is his acting is very good,
Mhm.
and then the rest may not be able to keep up with him.
Oh, interesting.
That might throw the sort of my how to say believing the story a little bit for certain scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way,
Yeah.
so you know that you have a guy who really acts very well, and then suddenly the other guy doesn't really act that well. He's like, holy shit!
Hey, did you
Yeah.
guys?
I'm out of the story.
There's a
it's-
clip of Joaquin Phoenix talking with Jimmy Kimmel, and it's
Uh-huh.
so awkward and weird, and I can't tell if it was staged or not. But if it
They say
wasn't,
it's staged.
it is staged. You think?
Yeah. No. There was someone who came out to clarify that it is staged. I think he's publicity.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's so awkward, but it's, so
Yeah,
that's good. I'm glad it's staged. They showed footage, and I couldn't tell the footage is real even, but it's footage of him being a dick to the DP, and it's kind of funny. He's like, I'm trying to find something real here. Would you quit whispering?
I haven't seen any of this. I did not follow that movie very closely leading up to its release. So.
Yeah, I wasn't, and then it just got so much like all the stories around it. So then I kind of got interested. Yeah. I was sort of like a hipster. I was like, looks like Taxi Driver. I'll just go watch Taxi Driver or whatever. Speaking of that, Scorsese was in the news because he was ripping on Marvel movies, which I kind of
saw that.
I kind of appreciate a little bit. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Actually, I never.
I think it's better to crack on them than not crack on them. So that doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. I wonder what the reaction is. I saw some people posting the video from Red Letter Media. They do a good series that's like fake. It's called The Nerd Crew, but it's like fake Disney and Star Wars fans, and they do this zombie chant where they say something like, must consume product until other products are complete, then must consume new product, must praise product to be consumed, something like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's good Scorsese is calling it out a little bit. But we've been going over an hour, guys. I might have to get out of here and get ready.
Okay. Is it? Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, wow. By the way, okay. So I think we can sort of wrap this up a little bit. So in fact, I look back to the time whereby we started. It was actually in March. Our very first stream with my very first stream with Narwhal and Richard is actually during March 2019. So times really flies.
Cool. I want to go back and I might want to go back and watch some of that. So is on your channel? You have the playlist set up?
I have a playlist. Yes. So I think I'll add the playlist to the description after this. Yeah. I can send y'all through Twitter as well, just the playlist. I think the first episode is quite funny as well, whereby I go through all the blasters and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
That was very fun. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I think before we wrap it up, I think I'll just say a few things. These are my friends again. Nate is a writer. He worked on the script with Narwhal and the writers group for this project model. I think I've shared the artwork. Is from Matt Carson. So I did a video the other day as well. So check out his channel as well. All their channels, Nate channels, Matt Carson channels, are all in the description. Give them a sub. And what I have here, this mystical creature over here. Is it a yeti? Is it a basically he's a narwhal without a horn. So he is a fantastic writer, artist, letterer, colorist, everything. So I'm his number one stalker. So that's how I get to know him.
You're a narwhal completionist. You're my only completionist.
So I'm the number one stalker for Narwhal. Anyway, he have a book, Earthbound. Is still available. It's actually his he opened the so-called the campaign again. So for people who missed the backing for the first one, so it's still up. It's in the link is in the description. So you guys can go check it out and back it. Yeah, it's going to be a hardcover, is it? No, wait.
Yeah, it'll be both.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So maybe now we can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah. Oh, Earthbound or
Yeah. About.
Yeah, Earthbound. So that one, it's like like it'll be fulfilling in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So it's really getting close, and I'll probably close the campaign out so you won't be able to get a copy after that. I might keep it open a little bit while I'm fulfilling to see if there's like some positive word of mouth that brings in a few more sales or something. But that's about it. And that's kind of like structured like battle royale, where the strategy is the plot, and it's just this strategy playing out of these headhunters sent to Earth to recruit these 5 warriors. And yeah, I don't know. It's like similar genre wise as far as it's like almost like game-esque, but not really, but it's similar genre wise to Modded as far as like it's some of it takes place on Earth, and it's interstellar world building of aliens, but so I kind of appreciate that I like that they're the same genre, but they're very different stories, so that's nice.
Yeah, and also just to add, Narwhal's YouTube channel, he talks a lot on like writing, scripting, how to form script, and interesting breakdowns of some movies that got him struck into the YouTube jail.
Yeah.
But he'll be out of it soon. But anyway, he did videos on all those breakdowns, talk about script, how to get your own style in being an artist and whatnot. And next we have Nate. Nate is a writer, and he's actually going to work on he's actually working on his project Hex Wood. Is it Nate?
Yep.
You want to share a little bit on it before we go off? Yeah.
Yep. It's a simple story of cowboys versus wizards. It's got a lot of the Western tropes that you like in a world you may not recognize, and yeah, I think it's a pretty fun story, and I'll be talking about it more as I get closer to launching it.
Cool.
Yeah, and also Nate also have a YouTube channel. I think he did a series on the writing of how to write a so-called manga. That was a series that he did. I think that was a very great series, so you can check it out. And also he did videos again on talking about script writing and a lot of other stuff as well. So do check him out. And of course, Matt Carson is the artist that is on board for this project. Yeah, he really can draw anything. I feel. And yeah, he's really a really fantastic artist. So I put his Instagram, his YouTube channel, and in fact, he's going to do a series of so-called videos on how he translate the script for Modern, the current project that we're working on, into layouts and then into the final page. I think that will be a great sort of video to watch as well and to follow the project. Yeah, so thank you guys. I think we only have like 2 watching, basically is us.
Yeah.
But hopefully later on when people watch this, they'll enjoy this. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's recorded for posterity. We're recording the whole process, so I like that. And yeah, quickly, just like what's going ahead, we'll just we'll stream again in a couple weeks, and we'll maybe just brainstorm a little bit more about part 2. And we can always just shoot the shit and talk about the nature of reality, because I know you like that. Tungsten.
Yeah, definitely. I like quantum mechanics, parallel universe, whatnot.
Yeah. I still got to see that movie you suggested. It was like a time travel with Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, somewhere in time. I tell you, that is a damn sad story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Damn sad story.
I'll prepare the tissues and I'll see it.
Yeah. I and basically back then it was a movie I watched with my then girlfriend, now wife.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I watch. Yeah. So my goodness. Yeah. I like it. Superman in not a powerful sort of way.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and it looked good. He looked good. He's a good actor. I've seen him in interviews too, and I'm like, he had a cool personality. But
yeah. He is actually a good actor. Go watch it, man. I would like to see your breakdown. Maybe it's too mushy. I don't know. I would like to hear from you.
Yeah, maybe I could watch that and the like 2005 version of I don't know, of like some other rom-com movie. But whatever. I'll put it all together.
I will give you suggestion if you like Somewhere in Time, then I will be valid to give you more suggestion.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. If you find, oh God, it's a waste of my time, then I'm strike 2, right?
Yeah. Like Tungsten, you wasted 2 hours of my life.
Yes.
I wish I could time travel like the characters of this movie.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I think we'll end the stream. So thanks you guys for coming. Okay. Bye.
Thanks everyone.
Yeah. See ya.
Okay. I clicked. Oh. Okay. End broadcast. Okay. I've clicked the end broadcast.